Good morning, everyone. It's 10:30 or 10:31 a.m. on Monday. Um, okay. So today's dream or today's vision, I'm gonna talk about both of them, okay? And this is also for the first one is to basically let my former employer, the people, it was okay, let me go back. Okay, I was at this factory, right? And I guess I just got hired there, or I think it was like Prime, or I think it was like a Prime factory or something like that. And I was supposed to be the supervisor or manager or something like that over at this factory or over at this plant or whatever it was. I was supervisor, and I was around the other supervisors there. Like all the supervisors were like coming in and giving me all the high fives and everything, congratulations, all the, all the bells and whistles. Okay, because I just got hired there. Anyway, so moving forward, they also had these things where they were doing test runs and foods. They had a big potluck and everything. And I'm looking at all the food like, oh, this looks good, or oh, this looks nice and everything. I know in my dream, I'm not eating anything. I did not eat anything, but I was looking at everything, right? And this one man, this dark-skinned man, came in and had this whole thing full of um different desserts or different it was like a it's like a Thanksgiving thing. He had like a little pie, like sweet potato pie. Well, not sweet potatoes. Actually just sweet potatoes. It wasn't a pie. It was just sweet potatoes because he had macaroni and cheese in another square. He had sweet potatoes in another square. He had what you call it, turkey and dressing in another square. He had like a big square of like Thanksgiving sides. And I'm looking at it, right? I'm like, oh, this looks real good. This now, everybody taking some food up and eating and looking at me like, girl, go ahead and try some. This is net. And I'm like, maybe, and I'm looking like, I don't know, I might, I'm looking like I might do it. Anyway, I heard that still small voice. I heard the Lord say, look deeper, look deeper. And so I went into the refrigerator because they put it in the refrigerator. So I looked in the refrigerator. It's like, I guess I'm gonna go try some, whatever. That's what I said. But I wasn't trying nothing. But I went in there. I kept hearing God. I kept hearing Abba say, "Look deeper, look deeper." And so I looked deeper into the food. Girl, y'all? The stuff was in maggots, worms, parasites. I mean, this stuff, I could look deeper into it, and it's like it had this film on top of it with like this stuff moving on top of the food. Like I could see the organisms moving inside the food. And then when I looked over at the man who made it, he wasn't eating his food. He was eating like a piece of store-bought cake, or he had his own restaurant bought food. He didn't eat the food that he made, but everybody else was eating it. And I was looking like this stuff got maggots in it. This stuff got worms in it. This stuff got parasites. And so I looked again, I looked around, and it skipped from that part of me seeing the food to like another part where I saw two to three of my old employers at Walmart talking to this man and to this woman that worked at they were supervisors, talking to the supervisors at the plant where I just got hired on what to do with their food. And they also gave them some vials, some little bitty vials like of this drug or whatever, these parasites or whatever was in it. They gave them the little bitty parasite drugs or whatever, and these people was putting it on top of their food to serve to the other supervisors and people at that job. And I'm looking like, y'all sorry sons of bitches. And this was in the place where I am now, here in Texas. They came here to give this stuff, these vials of parasitic drugs and stuff to the people at plant, and they were feeding it to the masses, y'all. I was like, "Oh my God," because it wasn't just, you know, it wasn't the main supervisors, like the people I knew at the Walmart, they didn't have that connection to give it to the supervisors at, you know, at their job, but they gave it to like people they knew, like their friends or their family members that work at the same place where I was going to start working. They gave it to them to put in my food or to put in, like they wanted to keep the crap going that they did at Walmart, trying to poison me and trying to kill me. So they start putting it on for everybody to eat. So it wouldn't be just like they was coming at me, they was coming at everybody, you know? So I looked and it was like the same supervisors, store manager, all that stuff that was going on at Walmart doing that crap to me, poisoning and everything. They passed it on to their friends and family at the other place where I was. And so I was like, Lord, so after the dream, I got on my knees. I was like, Lord, what am I gonna do to get away from these evil bastards? I said, what am I gonna do to get away from these evil bastards? And he was like, pray. He said, I'll let you know every time something's not right, but you keep praying, you keep fasting, you keep seeking me. I will lead you through the valley of the shadow of darkness. And so I was just like, I woke up out of that dream like sad, I was like, man. So this is the thing. I don't work at a factory. I'm not a supervisor at nobody's factory or nothing like that, okay? I'm not. But that is for somebody who is going through this or for someone who's getting hired as a supervisor somewhere and they having a potluck or something like that. My thing to you is don't eat the food. I don't care if they do sell food. I don't care if you do love it. Do not eat these people's potluck food. You don't know who's related to who, and you don't know who knows who. And if you're going through this situation like I'm going through, they will pass that mess on to those folks that they know to pay, and they'll pay. And that's the other thing, they paid them so many thousands of dollars to go in and poison my food again to keep the cycle going. Let me tell you something. Do not, and I repeat, do not eat no potlucks of nobody's nothing anymore. You hear me? Don't do it. I don't care if they're cooking at your job. If you ain't seeing them cook the food from the beginning to the part that to the place where they hand you your plate, don't you sit back and take nothing somebody hands you. I don't care if you at your family member's house. I don't care if you're at your friend's house. Do not take any potluck food. If you're like me, you're an earth angel and you're going through this crap trying to get through it. Do not, I repeat, do not take anybody's potluck food or let anybody cook or fix your plate or do anything to you. They will put that crap in your food and you'll be sitting around here in the same position going to the hospital wondering what's going on. Don't do it. If you didn't cook it, don't eat it. This is why God say, cook your food at home. Eat your food at home. Make sure you fix the food for you and your children and make sure your children are safe and full. Do not eat other people's food. These folks are going for the gusto trying to kill off people. And they ain't stopping, especially if the police and the law ain't picked them up yet. They ain't stopping. They still want you dead. They still want to try to do this whole insurance thing. My thing is this. They ain't trying to do it for the insurance no more. I think the insurance scam thing has been is if it's not canceled yet or ended because the companies are ending it, if it ain't canceled yet, they want you dead because they don't want to go to prison. They want you dead because they don't want to go to jail. They want you dead because they just hate your guts. They hate you. And they don't want you to be happy. They don't want you to have nothing. They don't want you to be nothing. So they want to kill you to do it. So if you value your soul, your angelic soul, don't eat nobody else's food. If you go to a special restaurant, don't you do DoorDash and don't you do Uber to Eats or nothing. Don't you eat nothing like that. You go to that restaurant, you get your own food. And I would say second guess the food that you eat. If somebody goes to the back, go to the back and fix it in a kitchen and come back, I would second guess it. I goes places like an open kitchen. Like you can see them cooking your food right there and they hand you your plate, not no waiter or waitress bringing it to you. That's just me though, because I've been through so much. If you feel like you can trust it at a restaurant, you can trust the people, whatever, then you do that. Me, I'm like this. If it's not something like a Chipotle or me just going and picking it up and everybody in there picking it up, or if it's not something that I can just take and cook myself, I I I gotta second guess it. I'm sorry. If it's not an open face, like barbecue place where I can see them handing me the barbecue while I'm walking down the line, and if they're bringing the meat from the end from the back and cutting it up right there in front of me, oh yeah, that's about the only thing I'm doing. I'm not having mm-mm. But anyway, okay, let's go. I have to think about it for a minute. Make sure I'm not forgetting anything out of that. I'm not. The message in my first dream was do not eat the potluck food. It's poison. And if it's not poison, I mean, I'm put like this. If you're not in this situation, don't put yourself in it, okay? Don't be like, oh my God, she said not eat the poison or eat the potluck food at work because it's poison. If you're not in this situation where people are constantly coming for you, trying to kill you, you have no reason to be scared, okay? It's not you. You're not a part of this. If anything, you just go ahead and keep living your good, blessed life that God has given you and enjoy what the Lord has given you. The ones of us who's in this war and in this fight, be weary and be leery of everybody's food you eat. I don't care if it's your family and friends, because you don't know who took the money. You don't know who don't care about you or love you as much as you think they do. Or they act, oh baby, you know I love you, baby. Uh-huh. And they wouldn't appear trying to put some kind of cyanide poison in your doggone food to kill you off to get this $100 or $100,000 to this $1 million policy on your head. So they can pay off their bills and they can pay off their debt. And they can live a good life off of your life being dead. You gotta watch this. Okay? That was that one. So anyway, like I said, I woke up kind of like, like whoa, sad that these people still doing it. And anyway, moving forward, the ones that were doing it also, the supervisors that were doing it, if you want to know, it was the studs. It was the studs, the STUD, the stud supervisors that I had. It was the studs. Because they were still studying. They females, but they still studying. And they still doing the same stupid stuff in other places. Okay? It was one of them that was light skinned. They have the same, she has the same nationality as my daughter. And the other one was a family member into this family I call that's not my family. She was married. She was dark skinned. She was married into the family. Okay. And if she's still free, then I know she really got it in for me. Because she was married to the main witch's daughter. She was married to the main witch's daughter. So I know she got it in for me. If this woman, if they going down like I think they going down, yeah, they want me gone. But anyway, moving forward. Um, that was that one. How y'all doing? Hey, how y'all doing? I'm just putting it out here. What's going on in the visions I had? Okay, that was the first one. The second one is okay. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'm getting it out. The second one is about twin flame journey. It was a whole song, y'all. Now, If y'all know me, anyways, y'all know me. I don't do love stories. I don't do love songs. I mean, I do love songs, but not so much. Some of them are beautiful. Some the old school ones, yeah, I get down with them. I mess with them. Of course, you grew up on 'em, right? This one, my twin flame didn't sing it, but I know he wrote it. I know his words. I know how he is. And so let's go into what I remember about this whole song. It starts off, um, basically the song is, I think the title of it, Going to the Father's House to Mend Our Broken Wings, or to mend my broken wings. It said, Going to the Father's house to mend my broken wings. That's part of the chorus. But let's go to the first verse if I can remember it. I can't remember it per se verbatim because it was this morning when I woke up. And I was awakened by my son coming in here cutting on the lights and saying, Mom, we got to go and I'm going to take the dogs out and all this other stuff. So, when you wake up, you don't really remember the words like you do when you first wake up, when you first initially, wake up. But I get the gist of what the song is saying. So I'll do my best to remember what I can and say what I can. And I'll give you the summary of whatever the song was saying in certain verses, okay? Okay. Let's start off with my prayer last night, me talking to the Father. I was basically livid. And this morning, livid. Because my prayer was for me to move on, to end this twin flame journey crap with these men and just let them go ahead and have whoever. We just keep moving on with whatever mission God got for us separate and not have this crap no more. Because I'm going to tell y'all, twin flame journeys are crap. It is crappy. It is horrible. They are the most hideous things you can ever be on. They wake you up, but they wake you up to a horrific situation that you don't ever want to be a part of in your soul life. Okay? Because usually in a twin flame, you have one that's light and the other one that's dark. Okay? Usually. And it's always one is good, the other one's bad, but they balance each other out. It's called, what is it called? That Paul Abdul. So two step forward, I take two step, opposites attract. That's what the twin flame journey is. I can tell you some twin flames that was here. DMX and Aaliyah, they were twin flames, but they were not together. They're mostly like best friends. That's why the industry made sure they didn't get together. Kevin Costner, Whitney Houston, twin flames. The industry made sure they didn't get together. Um, Michael Jackson and that girl, The Way You Make Me Feel, that light skinned girl, twin flames. But the industry made sure they didn't get together. Um, what's another one? Oh, Natalie Cole and that man that she was in love with, she wrote all those love songs about, twin flames. But at the end, guess what? They married somebody else. This world was made for twin flames to never be together if you're under God's kingdom. It was made to never let twin flames be together because they changed the trajectory of love, and the pureness of holy love comes between two people and stay together. It was not Whitney Houston and Bobby Brown. He was the karmic. The twin flame journey between Whitney Houston was between Whitney Houston and Kevin Costner. Okay. The other one is, believe it or not, the twin flame journey between these two was Tina Turner and Ike Turner. In another life, in another realm, in another dimension, those two get together, get married, and he's a good man because he got support around him, showing him how to be that good man. That was in another life, another dimension, another status in heaven, in the upper realms of God, where he was actually doing good. They were twin flames and they made beautiful music together. Another twin flame journey was uh Toby Mac and Mandisa, twin flames, twin flames. In another life, in another dimension, they're together. They had some beautiful children. They made some gorgeous, beautiful music for the Lord. They did. They had a whole ministry. God made me remember that life. They had a whole beautiful ministry, you know? I mean, did, but powerful too. I mean, powerful, 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 powerful. Inside and out, good people. But it didn't happen here because this world is set up where that does not happen. So, well, I put it like this. The Lord said it could have happened if people did their job and not get caught up in the world schemes of things and constantly looking at everything shiny and glitz and glam and fame and fortune. If they would have did their job and kept themselves down with him, it would have been beautiful here because y'all would have been able to witness some of the best love God can give between two people you've ever. I mean, it would have been beautiful, y'all. Beautiful. Now, the twin flames that are together, unfortunately, that's jacking up this planet, is the demonic ones, the demon ones, the ones who are evil to come in and do black magic and witchcraft together, come in and steal, kill, and destroy the planet. Those twin flames are together and they're celebrated. But those are not the twin flames of God, of heaven. Those are not the ones that the Lord wanted together. Those are not the ones the Lord wanted highlighted at all. But this is what the world wanted. Like the Lord said, y'all got entertainers, not warriors. And the twin flames of God, we are warriors together. We fight together. For lifetimes, that's what we do. We love hard, we fight hard, and we got each other's back. That's usually how it comes out. And when we get together, all of heaven gets together. And it's no way of breaking it. No way. But let's talk about today's date. Let's talk about right now, where this society has made sure that the men of the twin flames of the men hates their twin flame, the women. And now they're waking up to, oh, and excuse my language, I am cursing in this one. So if you have me, if you got a problem with me cursing, then you need to cut it off. Men of the twin flame journey are waking up saying, oh shit, I done fucked up. I done fucked over my twin flame to the point where she hates me. And I'm like this, you damn right, bitch, we do. We do. This was the life God showed me. This was the life that the men on the twin flame journey could sit back and support your females, not take over the mission, not turn everything around so it fits y'all's agenda and leave us in the cold with nothing. See, people who's listening to me, these twin flame men, they've done this shit so many times that we're tired of it. They've sat back here and basically threw us under the bus to the point where the women in this lifetime are killing themselves because they hurt so bad. And the reason why they say we warriors is because I'm just going to put it all out here. This life was not supposed to go down this way. It wasn't supposed to go down this way. The trajectory of the mission was changed when the main twin flame, mine, decided to go in and do his bippity boppity booping and change up everything to fit his liking instead of letting us lead like it was supposed to be. The women's supposed to lead in this one. That's why you got a lot of demonic women on the other side constantly winning against the stupidity of the men on this one. Y'all are dumb as fuck because y'all dealing with all these demonic, beautiful aesthetically, sexy, gorgeous, nasty ass demonic women. And that was our job to shut their ass down. This was supposed to be in this lifetime. But y'all, the main one, changed it all up in the ethers to make sure that we don't have that. and that we go through hell and y'all supposed to come in and save us like we some damsels in distress. God said, put it out there. It was never supposed to be that way. We didn't come in for battling everybody. And that's why a lot of our women who were twin flames with these men killed themselves because it was so much coming at them. They were not built for this kind of war. They wasn't built for this kind of war. They were built for another situation that was supposed to happen in their life. But the trajectory was changed when people got jealous hearted and evil and want to go ahead and do their own thing. Change it all up for the men to have it all, and then they come in and save the women supposed to save the women, but they didn't come in and save the women. They joined in the bullshit. Okay? Now that's that. But let's get past this. I'm laying it all out here. So when I talk about this song that I heard that was beautiful, I want everybody to understand what I mean when I say what I say at the end of that. Okay? Me being second in command in this whole situation and me getting the gist of all of the crap coming at me. I mean, I got all the thank you, Lord. He was like, "You got all the smoke." I got all the smoke from the time breathed my first breath as a baby. I was getting all the smoke. God said it was not supposed to go down that way. It's supposed to have been two twin flames having each other's back, and the protection's supposed to have been on both to make sure that the job was handled correctly. But certain people made sure that that was not done, and people were going into the ethers taking our gifts, siphoning our energy, taking our essence, doing because the protection was taken off by the main one that's supposed to been looking out for us. He took the money. He took the fame. Thank you, Lord. He said he took the fame. He took the fortune. He did not care. He wanted to be the popular one, and he was mad at the fact that Abba chose me to be the chosen one to lead the whole situation and not him. So he got jealous hearted. He got evil. He got demonic. And he gave into his lower side and made all of the twin flame women's lives a living hell, especially mine. So, or we say he got into his Luciferian side. He got into his little Lucifer side, which is fine. I mean, it's okay, you know, but it can get really, 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 really tough for people of light who are here to live a good life and do the right things and keep the word of God and keep the mission of the Father first and foremost in their life. It gets real hard for us when our twin flame goes rogue. It does. It does. So, in so much, I guess y'all can tell in my voice, I I heard Papa don't take no, Mama don't take no mess. I don't. Because my thing is, everybody got to live this life according to what God has called them to do. And if you choose to go rogue, that is your choice. But do not bring your rogueness onto someone who's choosing to choose light, choose to live a light, or be a light for the beacon of darkness on this earth. Don't come for us when we choose the right way to go. It don't matter if you choosing Confucius or you choosing Jesus or you choosing, whatever religion, we choosing Abba, which is the light path. Because it's a lot of different ones choosing different paths here. We're not all just Christian. We're not all just choosing Jesus. No. A lot of people choosing a lot of different paths now to get back to Abba because let's just face it, every time we choose one path and it doesn't work out, we got to go another path to get to Abba because why? We got to get to him. And I believe in my soul, he doesn't change you or turn you around. He just makes sure you understand when you go under this one, these are the ramifications and the rules and regulations you got to live by because all religions point back to him, all of them, no matter who you are. But the thing is this, certain ones have certain things that you have to go by in order to get to him. That's why everybody always choose Jesus because it's the easiest and the most clear and the most cut, like, cut and dry paint to get to each other, to get to him. And plus your sins are forgiven. In other religions, you got to do things. You got to go places. You got to have certain, like I said, ramifications and rules and regulations set up for you to get forgiven for the things you've done. Okay. But moving forward, this song. Let's get into the song. So y'all know exactly what a twin flame is. Y'all know what twin flames are. Um, y'all know how it's supposed to go. Y'all know what's supposed to happen. Okay? Now, it's supposed to be even flow. It's kind of supposed to be like yin and yang. Okay? Light and dark. It goes around a circle. It's supposed to be like a yin and yang symbol. Twin flame supposed to be like a yin and yang symbol. It's supposed to, you know, go and coincide with each other. If you look at the yin and yang symbol, you got the light with a circle of dark in it because everybody's light and dark. Everybody has two sides to one coin. Okay. It's same thing. If you're dark, you have a circle of light in you, and usually the light and the dark in each other comes in and cancel out or balances out the soul of that person. That's what the twin flame do. It shows you a union between two people that balance out perfectly. So you have a basic balance, heavenly love between two people that can change the world. The devil didn't want that. Satan didn't want that. the dark, the dark, they didn't want that at all. You hear me? They did not want that at all. So they made sure that the twin flames were against each other and they put everything from drugs to people to sex to money, fortune, fame. They put everything in between the two twin flames to make sure that one make it and the other one didn't. They made it like a Hunger Game kind of situation. One makes it, the other one goes down. If one goes up, the other one goes down. They wanted it so that they would never come together and form a union. They wanted fights between the two. That's what the masses wanted. That's what these demonic one percenters wanted. And that's what they got this lifetime. Oh, and God said, y'all gonna be destroyed for that. Any one percenter hearing that had a part of this, he said there is no forgiveness for you going in between his plan. He told me to get out here and make sure y'all hear this. Y'all will be destroyed for that. He said, so enjoy your last days in the light. He's destroying y'all souls when y'all die. And he said it's gonna be very soon. It's a lot of stuff God showed me in the second dream, y'all. So y'all gotta wait. Just give me a minute. Okay. So they basically pinned the twin flames against each other and laughed laughed it all out. Made me and others like me on the Truman Show, so they can look at everything from the time you're born until the time they kill you off, or they try to anyway. But the Lord said that's not going to happen. We gonna be here, and He's about to start getting rid of this Truman Show. He said in the worst case scenario ever, and y'all gonna wish you never did it. He said y'all gonna wish you never did it. I heard implode. This world gonna start to implode. Sorry. And like I said, Daddy said he got one more trick up his sleeve, and y'all ain't ready for it. We laugh in the days to come because we know we go home. Y'all, on the other hand, he said he's destroying souls as soon as y'all die. So moving forward, we go back to the twin flame journey. That was just a side note to let everybody know, whoever listening. Okay, Lulu. She's she's asleep. Okay, you guys, moving forward. Y'all may hear my dog barking in her sleep. Anyway, so shh, 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 hush. Anyway, so like I said, Twin Flame Journey. Let's get back to this song. Let's get back to this song. It's okay, Jax. She's asleep. My other dog woke up like, what's going on with her? Anyway, so let's move forward. Let's move forward. Okay, the first part of this song goes in. It's really it's a slow song. Okay, you guys, it's not fast. The first one was basically you went away. I tried to make you stay. I know I messed up. I threw what we had on the ground. I threw what we had to the ground. Stomped on it, made you bleed. No, he said, I made your heart bleed. I didn't think I would ever have the need to come back and fix what we had. Something like I didn't think I would have to come back and fix what we had, or wanted to fix what we had. He said, I've something like I made, he said, you tried to make me stay, but I still went away, not caring about the love you gave, not caring about the price I pay, not caring about the price I would pay. I wanted the world over you, you see. I wanted something more than what we used to be. Something like I wanted more than what we used to be. Not realizing he would say something like not realizing I've been had I made I made you not something like I made you mad or I've been had or basically saying in this verse, not realizing I was making a mistake. I was going in and stumping on what we had and didn't care and threw you to the ground, threw our love to the ground, made your heart bleed, stumped it all out, didn't care. And I walked away looking out for something better than you. Basically, that's what this whole thing was saying. And then he talks about how when he went out into the world, met all these other girls, some was good and some was bad, or some was good and some was something. And then he's like, missing what, no, he said, looking for what we had in others to see, seeing that there was nothing that what we used to be, seeing that it was nothing of what we used to be, missing, missing you more and more each day, or something like that, missing you, or missing us, or something more and more each day. And then something like looking back and wishing that we could start again and please don't walk away. You've always been my friend or something like that. He basically it's okay, basically it was like this guy was sitting at the piano singing it, saying basically don't walk away from what we had and I know I messed up. I know I did a lot. And it goes into the verse of if God is here, then let me make it perfectly clear. Let it be perfectly clear. Let's go back into the Father's house and fix what we have. Um, let's go. I heard somebody say no. Let's go back to the Father's house and fix what we had. Let's go to the Father's house for He can heal my broken wings. Let's go to the Father's house so He can heal your broken heart. Let's go back to what we had. Don't, he said, don't walk away or something. Like, don't walk away from the love we missed or something. Let's just go back to the Father's house and let Him fix our broken wings. All right. Then it goes to the second verse. And this is where he goes a little bit more in deep on what it is he did. Or no, he goes into what we had. I'm sorry. No, this is the second verse when he goes into what we had, talking about the lives, the different lifestyles, we lived and all the different lives and different moments and battles we fought together, and let's not lose what we built for lifetimes together, and let's try to go back to the Father's house and let him fix what we started, and let's save what we got. I mean, y'all, this whole thing was like a whole plea. Now, this is a man, this wasn't my twin flame, but whatever song this was, this man lost his twin flame to the same shenanigans mine did. Because this thing was playing so tough in my dreams, y'all. I'm still hearing it, but I just can't remember the words, but I'm hearing the melody. Huh. And nobody's never heard this song before, but it's show playing. Now it's saying something like, we've had all these lifetimes together. We mean the world to each other. We mean the world to each other. And I know I've messed up and did this to you over and over again. Like saying something like, darling, I'm just a man, or just an angel in a man's body, or something like that, or a man in an angel's body or something. And I know that I messed up what we had, but please don't walk away. Let's just try to take it day by day. Something like, please don't walk away. Let's just take it day by day, moment by moment. I'm willing to take the risk, or I'm willing to suffer through this with you, or something. Basically, he was saying, if you just take it and take everything to the Father's house, we just take it day by day, moment by moment. We'll suffer through whatever we got to suffer through together until we can get us back to the same place where we was. Let's not walk away from what we had. Like this man in this piano that was singing it, like he finally woke up and realized, like I said, "Oh shit, I fucked up real bad." She's walking away and everybody's telling her that we about to end this. Like he woke up to the fact that, yeah, it's done. And he don't want it to be done. He wants to try again, and he don't want to lose his only true friend. And you gotta understand something. A twin flame journey, you guys, we're everything to each other. We're the best friends, but we the worst enemies. We're the brother and sister ish, or we're the husband and wife. We're the ride or die, literally, we're the ride or die with each other, or we the fighting against each other. And if we fighting against each other, you better run. Well, I just know with me and my twin flame, if we both got our power together and we doing our thing and we fighting against each other and it gets real bad, y'all better run. See, right now, I'm not fighting them. I just choose to walk away. My thing that I said to the Lord was, screw this, I want out. And you can end the contract. I'm like, I will end my own soul's journey to end all this crap on this planet the way it is, and let a whole nother set of beings come here to live a good God-forsaking life. I was just that pissed off last night. I said, I will end it myself, because this here is not what's up. But then God starts showing me all the good things on this earth, how a lot of good people are doing good things, how you do have some people actually doing the right thing and the righteous things by their children, and the children are okay. And that there is a new generation of people coming up that are following his word and are following him. They're not about all the glitz and glamour and fame. They're about living a good life, doing the good things, being the good people. Don't care if they got all the money in the world, because they know that they got love, and the love of God between each other is the best thing they ever had for on the whole planet, which is true. It's true. When you have true agape love between each other that God gave between two people, it's the most beautiful thing you can ever have in your whole entire existence. I've lived lives where I had it. But let's just be clear here. It also is the opposite. Like I said, it's two sides to every coin. Yes, this world made sure that the angels of God, the ones that were just walking around trying to do our thing and trying to make sure that this world is a better place, they did a number on us. They did, especially the women. They made sure that God's women looked like whores. And if they didn't make us look like a whore, they lied through their teeth to make sure that people looked at us that way. And we were never that way. We always been the good people of God, the good angels of God. But they made sure the world didn't see us that way. So what do you do when you have, what do you do when you have a protocol to forgive and move on? Let God heal you. Let Abba heal you in the situation and you move forward. And this is me contemplating because this is not like it's the first time this has happened. This has happened so many times, numerous of times to the point where I'm like, I'm fed up. What do you do when you're fed up, when you're tired? I hear Abba saying you forgive and you move on and let God handle it. And that's what I'm going to do. So, TF, guess what? I forgive you, son. Ain't no problem here. I forgive you for everything you've done. But I choose to move on. If I don't ever get another person to say, cause see, I'm hoping I be more like a Tina Turner in this madman situation. I find somebody just to sit back here and be happy with for the rest of my life until I die. Don't have to be the twin flame journey. She got off of hers. She got off of hers because it's too much for her. Mandisa took her life. She couldn't take it. It was too much for her. Natalie Cole lost her husband, well, lost her twin flame because he was married to somebody else. It just wasn't working out. It's been so many different situations with twin flame journeys, y'all, and this star seed situation that we have here. Everybody can forgive each other, but Abba, do we have to be together? Because that's a whole nother situation. That's a whole nother layer of forgiveness that is going to take a long time, more than just one lifetime. It's going to take more than this one because it's been a repetitiveness in our twin flame journeys, and it's not just mine. In the ethers, you guys, in the ether realms. It's like we had a whole meeting where we were listening, where the women or the other twin flames that were going through this with the other ones, all of us who were basically targeted and put through the ringer, we were all listening to this, okay? And the only thing I could remember now was a lot of the women and some of the men who've been through the ringer by the opposite end was like, no, we cannot and we do not want them. Because you got to understand that when your heart has been through so much pain, you like, you can heal me and heal me and heal me, but this repetition of them constantly doing the same thing and making it worse every different lifetime is worse. And to the point where they basically stump you out and don't care. And they're like, oh, snap, I remember I got to go back and get. You like, no, don't come back and get. Let me heal. I'll forgive you. That is our job. That's who we are. We forgive each other. But us being together, I'm putting in a vote to end this twin flame journey shenanigan mess. I'm putting in a vote if Abba agrees because it takes time off of the soul. Let me give my let me give my opinion on how not just opinion but the effects of a twin flame journey of constantly going through the same shenanigans and worse every lifetime. When you wake up to who you are, because all the earth angels, we wake up to who we are. And you realize the hell that you go through every life's journey under the same BS of your twin flame every time, and they get worse and worse and worse and worse and worse. And you keep going through it, hoping and praying that they will get it together. And you're hoping and praying for years, y'all. Not just a couple of months, not just a couple of weeks, not just a couple of years. This is 10, 20, 30 years of you hoping and praying that this person returns because this is a true love situation and you're on a mission to do something. And you're up in here waiting. And this person sometimes, let's just face it, never shows. And you wasted your whole life waiting on something that never showed up. So what happens? You die alone, you go back home, and you get in front of this big review in front of God, and God is asking your twin flame, what happened? She waited on you, or he waited on you, and you didn't show up. You did all this hell. You went with all these different women. You went with all these different men, and you left your twin flame out there that stayed faithful to the journey, and you didn't. But you waited a lifetime of somebody who never showed. Or guess what, y'all? They show up in your 40s and 50s and 60s when basically all of your heyday is done and they did all they BS all their life against you and against everybody else. And now they want to come back in and try to spend the rest of their life in peace with you. But you waited your life and wasted your life waiting on somebody who never barely shows up. And when they show up as a broken vessel for you to fix. But you basically put me through the ringer my whole life and had me waiting and put me through all kinds of hell. And you want me to fix you now? How fair is that to the person who's been doing the work? It's not fair at all. Not in the least bit. So, in my twin flame journey, I will talk about myself since I'm the one who's been living these lives and going through these life cycles mostly by myself. We get on these twin flame journeys. Mine, he go for the gusto, y'all. He goes in and takes, because see, that's another thing about twin flame journeys. Whoever wakes up first, or whoever's supposed to go in and protect the other one or do whatever, they have a choice to either do what's right and protect that one that they're supposed to protect, keep that one they're supposed to keep, and make sure that one goes in and finishes out their life mission with him or her. Mine is, excuse my language, a fuck up. Let's just call it the way it is. He is a huge one. A huge one. This one comes in almost every twin flame journey that we're on together, and he exposes me to the masses. He makes sure that they have access to all of my spiritual inheritance and physical inheritance. And he joins in with the demons to make sure that I have nothing and he has everything. And then he goes and gets with all the sexy, nasty, nothing, low life looking women and men, because he goes both ways. Most starseeds do. If they go into that realm, they go both ways, okay? Because they want to be loved by all people. That is just what I don't know. That's just what happens. Okay. I don't know. Me, I'm not like that. I've always been straight and narrow. Not every lifetime. But I had to learn from those previous lifetimes. This is the best route. This is the best route to go. Okay. The straight and narrow path. Now, It's not just him. All the twin flame men and women go that route, okay? But I choose not to. That's my choice. Now, this one that's around me, he goes and do everything under the sun against me to get what he wants. And usually he agrees to the bull crap. He agrees to the shenanigans. Thank you, Lord, for that word. He agrees to the shenanigans. He agrees to be put down the rabbit hole. He agrees to go down this whole crazy journey of life that he knows he don't supposed to do. He knows he don't need to do. He knows he needs to walk away, but he doesn't. He never does. He goes down that road and he goes and does the most horrific things to me and to other people. And if he gets a part of this whole shenanigans of the regime of taking down twin flames, he goes against every last good twin flame or every last light being. Him and others like him goes for the gusto and take all of our lives and all of our souls' journeys to shit. I mean, he makes sure that we go through the most hell you can think of. And it's not just him, it's all the men and all the women that's along with them. They all do the same thing. Because why? They are the dark, we are the light. We balance each other out. This world makes sure they put a hunger game between the both of us and they keep us fighting against each other instead of working with each other to make this world a better place. You understand? So when they do this, they put us through the ringer. They put us through hell, literally, to the point where Abba has to come off his throne and take over and be like, nope, I'm over this mission now because this is way too much. And that's basically what happened now. And this is why the witchcraft and warlocks and all this stuff, y'all stuff don't work. Because Abba, the creator of all things, and Mama, our mother, the all, comes in and say, we're taking over. We're making sure that our light beings are protected at all cost. And that's basically what's going on. That means you got all the angels' armies constantly protecting us on every end because there was too much bloodshed. There's too much witchcraft. There's too much black magic. There's too much evil. And they got to protect their investments in us. And usually when it gets this bad, y'all, 'cause this is bad. Y'all don't understand how bad it is. This is bad. When it gets this bad, Abba opens up the realm of ending what's called the revelations, the ending of the world. Yeah. When you have the Antichrist here, you have all these demons running around, running amok, not giving a what, doing all the evil stuff to people. You got kids being taken left and right. The police and nobody's doing their job. Everybody can be bought for a price. You got the one percenters acting stupid. You got everybody sitting around here trying to take over something that's not even theirs to take over. And last time I checked, my Heavenly Father ain't giving up nobody's position. He ain't giving up his position for nobody to take over in his spot. Nobody. Not even Yeshua himself can take over Abba's spot. He'll get kicked out of heaven. Now, the thing is, when it gets to this point, and this is all by these demonic people's doing. The one percenters, everybody who gave their life over to Satan for money, power, fortune, and fame. All these aliens gave them their money, gave their power over for fortune and fame. It's y'all's fault that this is going this way. Because when it gets that bad and daddy got one more trick up his sleeve, oh, well, he knows how to end it all and end y'all souls' journeys along with it. That means he'll destroy you as soon as he gets you. That means that's why I was seeing y'all souls being just demolished down to nothing, and everybody was cheering when y'all melted into ash. Everybody in the arena of heaven was cheering and crying and happy because it was like all the evil was destroyed altogether, period. And I saw that dream 2 years ago, maybe 6 months ago. I think it was 6, 7 months ago. I think this was before I got kicked out in Pine Bluff, kicked out of my own house out of nowhere. Not Pine Bluff, Little Rock, Arkansas. when that landlord kicked me out for no reason. Yeah, yeah, that's when I had it. I had that whole dream. Everybody was cheering because the evil was finally dead and gone, all the way through and through. So, in the same fashion of that, in the same sense of it all, you know what? This is one thing about it. I do like that song. And I think it's one thing about it, I do believe that Abba will agree. But I got a feeling because I'm talking about Daddy here and I know how he works. We can all go to the Father's house, okay? Let's just talk because I know I can talk out my hurt and pain and say, hey, I'm tired. I'm fed up. I'm sick of it. I'm done. But if all of the twin flames is saying, let's go to the Father's house and let's just let him fix it, I'd rather say, let's go to the Father's house and let him judge on what to do. That's my end all be all because I'm almost an hour. Matter of fact, I'm over an hour talking about this. I'd rather go to the courts of heaven. Or better yet, no, okay, we can go to the Father. We can go to Abba's house. We can go to the Creator's house and say, should we fix this or should we just leave it alone? I vote we leave it alone. If it's a vote, I say we leave it alone. Everybody live their life the way they need to. Let the Lord heal us all separately. And we move on with our lives separately and let this twin flame journey be a bus and we move on. We do our missions separately. Whatever you got to do, you do on your end. Whatever I got to do on my end. But that way, it will not be any more people hurt or any more people having access to other people's lives, gifts, or anything else. There'll be no more of this mess. No more um, ancestors have to come out and really just fight a battle with twin flame ancestors because that twin flame went rogue. And the other ancestors trying to protect the one who's doing the light work and doing the real work. Because that's another fight or a battle that was going on between the heavens, if y'all didn't know. The two royal families fighting against each other because one decided to attack another out of greed, out of jealousy, envy, everything God hates because they wanted to have some kind of superiority over the other. And I ain't gonna say all the family members participated, but I know that the fathers did because one father was trying to protect one side and the other fathers was trying to protect the other side from getting himself in trouble. You see what I'm saying? It was a lot, y'all. This was a lot on the spiritual realm that a lot of people don't know. But I say this. I say we need to go to the Father's house, not to sit back and let him fix it, but more so to go to the Father's house to say, is this worth fixing? Because this is becoming redundancy to me. And every time this happens, it tears more and more and more at the soul of that angel. It tears a lot at me every time. And I'm tired of it tearing away at my soul. I'm tired of the tears. I'm tired of the snares, and they're always remembering every life cycle, the hell, because somebody don't want to do their job. They think everything and everybody else is better. So my thing is, if they're better, then be better with them without me being a part of it. Stop stealing what God has given me to do and have just for you to have something to do in your life. because basically that's what they did. This person stole my gifts. He stole my inheritance. He stole my what else I could say, Lord? He stole, thank you, Lord, my reputation. Thank you. My reputation. He stole everything you can think of. He stole it. That's supposed to have put me in a position, at a vernacular position to help out the masses and get everybody in a better position. He's supposed to have been backing me up. He decided to steal it, make it seem like it's him, not me. First person to cloak, first person to take everything and make it seem like he was something that he wasn't. And then everybody else come in and take everything else from the gifts, from the power, from the structure, and then even more so kill my parents for protection. I mean, all this stuff was done in a very simultaneous, um, how can I say it? Battlefield way. Battlefield. Spiritually, this is how it was done. Physically, it was like kill off the parents, kill off the pay off the family members who they can pay off, kill off the parents, make sure she's vulnerable, put her with the most demonic, evil ass people you can find, and put her in the most horrific place in the world we can find, and them make her suffer for her life, and then put her out in the street to be a whore and a druggie. This was the masses way of saying, "Hey, we're gonna watch this happen because she's the creator's daughter. She's Mary Magdalene, reincarnate. She's this person, reincarnate. Let's see her suffer because we hate women." That's what these masses of men did. And guess who joined in? Exactly, my twin flame when he got old enough. And they brainwashed him into going against me. And just like they brainwashed all the other twin flame men and women to go against their other ones. Whoever was the dark one in the midst, that's who they got to go against the other. That's another thing they did in these science camps. They took the twin flames together. They had it so you guys, they had all this witchcraft going for decades, okay? I'm about to say century, but for decades, they kept the twin flame journey going, but they made sure they trained one twin flame, the dark one, to go against the one that was light, make them suffer, beat them, put them in horrible positions. This is what they trained these other dark twin flames to do against the light, to hate the ones in the light. But moving forward, and this is what they did in these military camps when we were kids. They did that constantly. But anyway, moving forward, the thing is this. This was my two dreams about the song and what God showed me. It was long, you guys. Like I said, I didn't get up to 10. I went to bed around about 11 last night. So 11, 12. So I didn't get up to 10 o'clock. So this was a long two um visions that I had. But I will leave everything up to the creator and mama. I will let them decide what to do. But I vote to end it and just let everybody have what they're supposed to have separate and let them be with people who actually going to love them the rest of their life on this planet, and let them continue to do the will of the Father separately, with hopefully having a supportive person, man or woman, there to help them, at least support them in whatever journey they have left on this planet. Because let's face it, the twin flame journey is shot. And I already hear the Lord saying, "Can these dry bones live? Can I not resurrect it?" Y'all, this is how we have when we got a father that knows how to resurrect everything, sit back here and put more life into something, and sit back here and call it new, know how to make old things, new things that pass away. Do y'all, this is what you be like. This is the hard part. When you know God is like, do my hand wax short? Can I not make old things new? Can I not do, and this is what I'm hearing the Lord say. Do I not resurrect? Did I not resurrect Lazarus? Did I not do this? Did I not do that? This is not what I want to hear. But yet and still he's saying this is what you need to hear. Well, Lord, Daddy, I'm not saying you can't do it, but should you though? If it's keep on being the same redundancy, should you? And I get total silence, of course. So, all right. Anyway, you guys, I said enough. I know if anybody hearing or paying attention, this has been my situation the last, I guess, say 12, 13 hours. But we go forward. You guys have a blessed day. I hope I didn't talk too crazy over people's heads. If I did, guess what? This does not belong to you, and it has nothing to do with you. But if it does got something to do with you in your life and you know what I'm going through because you're going through the same or similar situation, or if you're on the opposite end and you put people through the hell and the ringer, you don't understand why this, that, you need to understand how we feel. And if you my TF and you listening in, well, hell, you got the whole gist of it and you got my verdict. Not because I don't love you. I love you more than anything could ever imagine on this earth. I do, wholeheartedly. But it comes a time when someone's just fucking fed up with you and your bullshit. And that's just real. Nobody can keep on doing the same horrific, hurtful things to someone and finding out the truth behind the matter and keep on living the same crap out. It's too hurtful. But like I said, you got my intake on it. I let God handle his business and do what he said he's going to do. I already took it to the Father and I gave my input on it. But hey, we gonna let Daddy do what he do, right? If you need to get your wings healed, his door is open. Go in there and get your wings healed. Get yourself together. My heart is being mended now as we speak, as it is already. But my thing is, I put in my gist of no more twin flame journeys. It's pointless when people don't do their job and they go through hell just trying to make it. Not saying you didn't have your issues either. Not saying you didn't go through your stuff too. But when it goes down to somebody else going through just because one person want to have a great life and the other one can't have nothing, well, okay. There comes a time when a woman or a man that goes through this stuff is fed up. But like I said before, I'm in the Father's house already. His door's open. Come get your wings fixed. Y'all have a good evening. And I pray that everybody does a good job and have a good week, okay? Setback, I love you. And I know you're going to have I'll be listening to you in a minute. I hope you can go back and listen to my whole broadcast, but this is just where I am. This twin flame thing, and you being a judge, you being a judge. I'm be waiting. I'm gonna be listening to you today, if you don't mind speaking in on what I said. Give me a little bit more insight because I'm always open for other people's insights. And if we're talking about just this life cycle right here and not the others, I still want your input and your insight because I'm definitely not trying to go out of bounds and I'm not trying to overstep. Even though I know I probably said some things that's overstepping, I don't want to overstep. I just gave my opinion and I was wholeheartedly raw with it. I got a lot of healing to do, but I think we all do. All right, you guys, y'all have a blessed day. Y'all have a blessed week. Please say your prayers. Keep going. We can forgive. We can move on. We can still be friends. But you got to understand when somebody got to keep going because they got to protect themselves, everybody has that right. Everybody has that right. I love you guys. I pray that you guys have a great week and a great day and a great time. I do. God bless you. God keep you. And may the Lord shine his face upon you and keep you safe from all hurt, harm, danger, and evil. If y'all feel like y'all need to pray for me in the righteous, right, RIGHT way, please do. I didn't say I was perfect. God knows I've been through enough hell on this earth to last me a few lifetimes. But yet and still, I'm still here, kept by mercy and grace. I'm still here. And I'm thankful for that. And I will move on. All right, you guys, y'all have a blessed day, okay? Y'all keep it. Keep it together. Keep yourself going.